I guess we'll wait a little bit for everybody to jump in here. But it's been a wild, wild afternoon so far. Wild afternoon. Just to kind of show you where we're at. This is the SPY, S&P 500. This candle was today. Just to kind of jump in on this candle. We started to go up, pump up. We jumped, popped up today. Then we ran straight up to this moving average on the 15-minute. And now the last hour or so, we've just been going straight down. A lot of conflicting reports going on about the war in Iran. So that's kind of what's been, causing this. So, but really, there's not a whole lot again to do today because it's just another sideways day. You know, we're gonna see if this holds or not. Um, probably be easier to make trades towards the end of the day. But the more interesting thing probably is going to be oil right now. We went down real fast, as you could see. There was a big pop down in oil. We ran all the way down at one point on USO to 106. Um, and then we are coming all the way back up again. So this might be a short-lived little pop down for oil. Or who knows, maybe it's a continuation. It's really hard to determine right now. But a lot of movement on oil today. A lot of movement going on. So, but I'm glad I bought my puts last week in this area. Again, this blue line is the 2018 resistance line. So, it's good that man, it's a crazy time to try to trade oil, but as long as you get close to this blue line for your puts, you should be good. And as long as you have enough time, you know. Um, so I have like every single month for expiration. So as they start to come into profit, I'm gonna start taking the sooner months out. Um, let's take a look around at some stocks. Apple, we popped up. And now it looks like we are coming back down again. So again, it just seems like with every good news tweet, it was something that never really happened, or I don't know. It's hard to trade the market when there's just Trump tweets, and that's the only thing that moves it. So, but we'll see. Towards the end of the day, we'll get a little bit more clarification. I think it's still a little bit premature right now to know exactly what's going on. But towards about 3 to 4 o'clock, I found is a lot better time during these conditions to actually make trades. So we'll take a look at Nvidia. If you guys have anything that you want to look at, I'll gladly look at it for you. So again, this is just a quick halftime show, just going around to see what's going on. And if there's anything that you want me to look at, I'll definitely take a look at it. Nvidia is coming down to this. We got to pop up on Nvidia. Now we're pushing straight down again. So, again, it's just a really volatile market. You could even see that with the VIX volatility index. We popped up. Man, it's been going, it went from 20 to 30 today. Now we're going right back up. So when there's a big sell off, the VIX pops up. So, but it's hard to know exactly where it's going right now because we've just been going up and down all day. But at the end of the day, you have to look at it and say, well, any big pop up today, you had to be ready for it to come down, and that's what me and my group are going over this morning is just being ready for any direction. And if anything, just don't even trade today because it's just we're getting such conflicting reports. This is the day today for 15 minutes, this structure right here. So as you can see, we popped up today, ran up a little bit, and now we are coming back down, going below this opening range level right here, this green level. So that's sort of where we're at. Let's take a look at gold and silver. Gold had a wild day today, that's for sure. If you look at gold, you'll see we came all the way down and touched the 200 moving average, and then came all the way back up into this area. Now we're pushing down again. So, you know, it's just been a little wild today. I almost want to close everything up and just look at this again at 3 o'clock because it's just so indecisive right now. Silver's the only thing that I actually kind of like at this level, because this support really is a good support for silver. You know, we have a whole level here, and now we are definitely staying above it. We got to this 200 moving average. Now we're coming back up again. So I think longer term options for silver would be really good at this level. And just to see what that would look like, I'll show you how much money you could make with those with that play. Let's say you did uh, a July silver call. It would be about $400. That's fine. $400 and to buy one of them. And if silver goes up about 15%, about 20%, you'll make 500. So you put down 400, it'll turn into 900. That's 500 in pure profit. So it's not bad. I already did this position last week. I'm going to probably add on to it pretty soon, as the only thing today, at least. Um, but again, I think the one thing that I'm really looking at is going to be the movement of oil today. Now it looks like we're starting to come back on oil after dropping so much. So a lot of volatility going on here, but I really don't want to be shaken out of the market or anything. So just going to keep everything the way it is at the moment. The only thing I might add on is a extra silver play. But yeah, it's a hard day to trade anything because we just have no idea where anything else is going. You could take a look at all the oil stocks. That's the only thing that's kind of doing well, but still, um, it'd be better if it came down to this 20 moving average for an entry. You can also take a look at the energy sector, and even energy is getting rocked the last couple days. So, you know, even trending industries are starting to go down with the markets. It's getting a little hard to trade it. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla came back today. This isn't a bad move from Tesla here. Um, we are right at the level where last year Elon bought his shares when he rebought into his Tesla shares, which caused this huge push from Tesla. So right now, we are popped up almost about 3%, but again, and today is just not one of those days to try to enter anything. It's a really hard day to play around. That's what I'm just trying to show you guys. It's not the easiest day to play anything. Um, if you have any particular trades that or any particular stocks or anything you want me to look at, let me know. Also, Bitcoin was up earlier. This is looking better. Bitcoin is looking better. Um, I wanted it to, come back down to this area for it to go back up higher. And you can see for yourself here that we are making higher lows. So again, people kept asking me, "Are you worried about, Bitcoin?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think we're going to go below 62 again. As long as we stay above this blue squiggly line, this 50 moving average, we should be more than fine." Um, we're up about 3.5% today on Bitcoin, so I think we're going to be just fine with that. If it can get above 75,000, then we're going to start to see some bigger moves on Bitcoin. But we have lower highs. I'm sorry, higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, and then this is a higher low right here. So not too bad for that. If you want to play Bitcoin, you can play IBIT directly. It's a to play the shares, or a better way to play it with option calls is Mara, but it's a little bit volatile. So, but it definitely has some room to run back up here. Um, let's take a look at some of the other Mag 7 stocks. Amazon is popped up a bit, but still, with the market going straight up and down, all the volatility, I just don't really want to trade any. Yeah, look at that. You can now see SPY really making a push down here. This is going to be quite interesting to look at. There it goes. So if you're looking to scalp SPY puts, now is the time because we are really, really going to push down here. You're up 800 from Chevron options. Oil is doing mighty fine. Yeah, yeah. I still have Chevron stock too. Um, yeah, the oil companies are doing really well, um, which is not that surprising given what's happening. It was the one thing I knew that was definitely going to happen, or had a high probability of it happening. But you can see here, we are now starting to push going down. You could see the drop happening in real time. We can go down to a 5 minute. There's your candle here, and we're pushing down. Down, down, down we go. Here's your lower range of the day, and we're now, these white candles mean oversold or overbought. So that's what the white candles mean. So you could see this push. We are now pushing down. Here it is. And just to get rid of this real quick, you can see this a little bit better now. Let's see if we keep going down or not. This is really interesting. Do you guys have anything else that you want to take a look at? Or is this because that's really about it? It's just been the market just been going up and down all day. And I think it's just going to be another sideways down day. You know, I think silver is the only thing that looks pretty good right now. So that's pretty much where I'm going to be, spending some time. That and oil looks the best. Well, obviously I look at oil every day, but silver at least we're keeping some sort of structure here. We came down almost to the 200 moving average, and now you can see we keep ourselves in this area. We can, now start to push back up. And that silver play for July I was looking at would be a nice $500 profit if it goes back up to 80 or so. So I don't think that's too far away. I think it's pretty realistic. Um, that's going to be about it for me today. I do these every day at noon. I'm on here. I also do Zooms for my group 3 times a day almost. Um, I help them with anything that they need throughout the day, let them know what I'm doing. Um, we have a really tight knit group at this point, and we're doing pretty well. So, and if you guys message me too. Anything you need help with, you can always message me. I've been a financial advisor since 2012. I felt like there was a really big lack of actual professionals on Instagram. I have no idea how people could just proclaim one day that they're a professional financial person without ever being one before. I thought that was really strange, to just do that one day. I would never think to myself at like 22 years old to just start selling financial information. That'd be really weird. I don't know how these kids do it. Um, like I actually worked like in New York finance for a really long time before doing this. So I don't know. It's always strange to me how that works. But no, it's a lot better now. I could reach larger people, number of people on social media. um, and I like doing these for you guys. So if there's anything that you need help from me on, you can always reach out to me. What does the World Cup affect in terms of stocks? I don't think anything right now. The World Cup? I don't think the World Cup is going to affect anything unless something crazy happens during the World Cup. I don't think it, in terms of stock market, nothing. The World Cup isn't going to do anything. Um, But yeah, you guys can always reach out to me for anything. I'm going to be here every day around this time for a quick halftime show, just to let you know what's happening real quick. And if you really want to learn how to trade, how to read charts, it only takes about a month to learn. You could have this for the rest of your life. It'd be a skill that nobody can take away from you. But yeah, give me a message. Love to meet you guys, every one of you. It's always cool when I get messages from you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at this time. Have a great rest of your day. And if you're in my group, I'll see you later tonight. All right, take care. Bye bye.